Boom, 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 boom. Boom! Chickity chickity chanker. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little video for you. Manchester United, latest news. We've got some breaking news, lads and lasses. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. I'll get into the news in a moment. I just want to say hello to Aaron Homeyard. What's going on, Aaron Homeyard? Kyan, Paul van der Beek, Aaron Homeyard again, Illy United, Kirsten Gray, how you doing there? Berberspin 9, Paul van der Beek, Art Kings, Gabriel Lopez, Mr. NLWT, Poisonous Nut, Footy Talk, and everyone else. Thank you so much to everyone who's stopping by and getting in here. Thank you so much for getting in here. Smash that like button, lads and lasses. Right then, okay, so we got some news. Roddy can't gain, Kelsey Pals, Youssef Saga, and Becky Hope. Great to see all you legends in here. So then, let's just get straight on and start smacking on with the news, my friends, which is that Paul Pogba has had a contract extension triggered by Manchester United, which will keep the player here for another 2 seasons until June 2022. So, of course, his contract would be ending next summer, but Manchester United had the option to extend that further year. So we've gone and taken that option. In my opinion, it's just so we don't let the player go for free. I actually do think that Manchester United are going to sell Paul Pogba either in January or in the summer. That's my own personal opinion, because we have a player here who is a world star, who's worth a big amount of money. He's on big money at Manchester United, and really, for what he contributes and puts into the team, he probably shouldn't be anywhere near that money, really. So Manchester United, if we can get some sort of a deal done in January or in the summer for Paul Pogba, that makes sense. And obviously United are not wanting to see this guy go for absolutely nothing in a year's time. That would just be ridiculous for a player that we paid £89 million for, and, you know, is a huge world star. So what United have done here, in my opinion, is extend the contract until June 2022. Now, we don't know if there'll be further talks in the future whether or not Manchester United will want to actually extend that even more by offering him a new contract. This is just a clause that's in the contract to allow Manchester United the option to trigger this 1-year extension. So they've taken that option. So now he is contracted until 2022 June at Manchester United. He cannot go and join anybody else. He can't start pre-contract negotiations until January 2022. So what would United have to do then if we wanted to keep Paul Pogba, or if we wanted to sell Paul Pogba? We'd either have to give him a new contract within the next year, really, to tie him down, or the next 18 months to tie him down to a long-term deal at United, which I personally don't want to do because I think he's bang bloody average. Or we look to sell him either in January to Real Madrid or Juventus or PSG or whoever it may be, or we look to sell him in this summer, which is probably the most likely outcome. But that's why I think that this whole contract extension thing's been done, is because United are ready to cash in, and we are not prepared to let this player go for nothing at the end of the season. So that's it to me. Yes, we've given him a new contract extension. It's not a new contract. We've just triggered the 1-year extension clause we have in the deal to keep him at the football club for the next for another year. So yes, what do you guys think about it then, lads and lasses? I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on it in a moment, but I do just want to welcome everybody else who's getting in here. Let's see who else is there. We have got Ruddy Can't Game, Youssef Saga, Footy Talk, Kay Slater, Lord Hogg, Steve FC, LA Brit, hello to you, LA Brit, New Adventures in Pony, how you doing there? Raymond Moore, Gandalf, Gideon Agye, James Wright, Tikan Tan, Josh Smith, Michael Fletcher, Berberspin 9, and every single body else. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, Berberspin 9, look at that comment right there. He simply says, sell him, put the money to Sancho, and start Donny van der Beek. I think you pretty much summed up how most Manchester United fans feel at the moment, to be honest with you, Berber 9. All of us would like to see Donny van der Beek over Paul. But I mean, let's just have a vote, actually. Come on, then. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would like to see Donny start instead of Pogba. Or smash a 2 if you would like Pogba to start in the next game against Newcastle United, say. But personally, I just think Pogba is out of form. He looks pretty poor. He is great on his day. It's annoying. I say he's out of form, but maybe he's just out of form for Manchester United. He doesn't have the mental bottle to be able to handle the pressure of that red shirt. Stick him in a Le Bleu shirt, though, for France, and his bollocks grow, don't they? He turns into an absolute world beater. I can't freaking stand that. The fact that he's so good at a blue shirt. Maybe literally Fat Frank Lampard should do some sort of swap deal for Kante with us, because I bet Pogba would do well at Chelsea in a blue shirt. But in a red shirt at Manchester United, he's bloody gash, my friends. So, so really quite frustrating, really, the season that Paul Pogba had last year, and also the start to the season he's had for Manchester United this year. Like, this isn't a contract extension out of justification. This is just so we do not lose a very, very costly asset for nothing. That is all it is, my friends. It's so we do not lose a very, very costly asset for nothing. Maurice Varela says he's been out of form since he joined Pig. You're so right, dude. He literally has. What has he actually ever done in a United shirt? Okay, there's a couple of good performances that spring to mind, such as that one against Manchester City, which we always hark back to because he did turn the game around. And it was an amazing performance by him. But that's one bloody game of football, my friends. I mean, seriously, Adnan Januzaj did that a couple of times for us when he was an 18-year-old lad. So, you know, in fact, I can remember as good match-winning performances from Adnan Januzaj as I can from Paul Pogba, to be perfectly honest with you. We've got a super chat here from Berberspin9. Thank you so much, Berberspin9, for getting in here. He comments and he says, glad to see you back in action, mate. Hope you feel better. Thank you so much for that, Berberspin9. Yeah, I'm getting there, man. I've still got a cold, still got a sore throat, but as you can hear, it does sound a little bit better, doesn't it? So I'm getting there. Thank you very, very much. I've got absolute snotfest on the go today, though. I'm seriously ill still. But Berber, thank you so much for the super chat there. Very, very nice of you, dude. I really appreciate that. I hope you're good as well, mate. Mrs. P Cake Bandit with a $9.99 super chat says, you're a legend, Mr. P. Hope you feel better. Hope all you Baker Brigade legends are okay. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for that there, Mrs. P. Definitely too much on the super chat there, love. Too much on the super chat. Hey, do us a favour if you're watching. Smash that thumbs up button on the video. Give it a cheeky little like and give it a share on social media if you can. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you, Ruddy Can't Game. Ryan Berberspin9. All you guys. Aaron Homeyard. Thank you so much to you all for doing that. Right then, so let's just talk about a little bit more of the terms of this and the news and the situation to do with Paul Pogba. So Manchester United have confirmed today that Paul Pogba will stay for 2 more years at Manchester United and he will do his best in the next seasons. So what are we trying to say? What are we trying to say? He hasn't been doing his best up till now? I mean, I don't really get that. They're trying to say that we're extending his contract because we don't want to lose him for nothing. So he's going to do his best for the next seasons, but really they're going to sell him. I think they're going to sell Paul Pogba. That's my own hunch, opinion. I think either in January or even in the summer, simply because of think about the amount of impact that he's actually had on the team. On a football pitch. It's not exactly very big. Yes, he's this big commercial star. And the thing is, there are other clubs that would be interested in him because of that. And like I say, for France, he's brilliant. And maybe PSG, maybe Juventus, maybe Real Madrid, maybe somebody else would be coming up and lining up and knocking on our door if Paul Pogba was available. Because he is a very good player. There's always that conversation. If he had this world-class team around him, he would perform like a world-class player. And maybe that's true. Maybe he just doesn't have the cojones or the attitude or the character to really be a driving force in that Manchester United midfield in a period of what is a bit of a struggling transition for Manchester United really over the last few years. So to me, Paul Pogba is just a fly in the ointment. He's been a bit shite at United for the last few years. And you know my opinions on Paul Pogba. I've tried to give him chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. But he's just a melter. He's a melter. Unfortunately, he gets out there and he melts on the pitch. And even worse than that, he says stuff in the media which pisses everybody off. Like recently, he just come out and said that he would find a move to Real Madrid to be an absolute dream move for him. Something along those lines. I can't remember the exact quote, but it's like, seriously, Pogba, you're a United player. Unless you genuinely are trying to get a move away here, which it seems like is going to be the case, you need to shut the fuck up. Sorry, guys, but that's true. He can't say stuff like that in the media. That is the problem. And this hasn't been going on. This isn't a new thing. This isn't the first thing that he said like that. A year or two ago, he said the same thing when talking to media when he was in Japan. He said something along the lines of, oh, you know, he's a bit stale at United. He feels like he needs a new challenge. Well, go and get a new freaking challenge then, Paul Pogba. We've had enough of you absolutely hanging on and riding on United's coattails for the last few years, to be perfectly honest with you. That's how I feel about Paul Pogba, man. How dare he say that it's a dream move to go to Real Madrid. Yeah, okay, it's probably not a dream move for Real Madrid to get you, though, because you're shite. Sorry, I hate to say that, but if there was a lot, if I'm Zinedine Zidane, I mean, or if I'm one of these top clubs, there's so many other players that I'm looking to bring in instead of Paul Pogba, because Pogba's on 300 grand a week. Pogba's a prima donna, if you want to call him that, I guess you can. Certainly, he acts like it by saying stuff like that in the media. And he doesn't even turn up 50%, 60%, 70% of the time. You know, the other 20, 30%, yes, he's quality, but that is what, 1 in 4 games we see him put in a really good performance. And you know what's funny about Paul Pogba is he will have a really good performance soon. Like, let's just say he plays against Newcastle. I'm not saying that he is, I really don't think that he should. But let's just say he plays in that game. Well, crikey. Even if he does have a great performance, that changes nothing for me. Like, you have to do it consistently at United for me, not just turn up once in a blue moon and do an absolute melt fest the rest of the time. But anyway, Solskjaer confirmed today that Paul Pogba will stay for 2 more years at Manchester United and he will do his best in the next seasons. As reported on the Here We Go podcast on last Tuesday, Manchester United consider Paul Pogba's contract as already extended and to be completed in the next weeks until June 2022 because of the unilateral clause agreed years ago. So that's it. Manchester United have this clause which is undeniable. It's an extension on Pogba's contract, which just really extends the amount of time that we have to sell him and pretty much boosts the amount of money that we can get for him because of the extension of the contract. We still are considering, Manchester United are still considering as impossible that Pogba will leave the club as a free agent in the future. So that's what we safeguarded against here, really. It gives us another year to try and sell him, try and get a deal done, try and sell him to one of the other big boys in European football that are interested in bringing him in, such as Juventus. Like I said, okay, maybe Real Madrid will look at Pogba and go, you know what? Yes, there's that French Zinedine Zidane connection, and yes, he is a class player, but maybe they'll look at him and go, it's a little bit of a risk, and he hasn't really offered that much for United over the last few years. Yeah, I don't know. But Juventus, on the other hand, they might look at him and say, well, this is a man that's proven for us in Serie A. He absolutely ran the show for Juventus. That's what's so damn frustrating about Pogba is before United, he was the tits. He was actually the boobies for Juventus over there, like properly doing the business, man. That's why we signed him back. Fergie got rid of the guy because there's a slight in his character or whatever he saw. I tend to think Fergie's probably right based on the career that he's had over the last few years. But he did get himself back into Manchester United by going over to Juventus and performing like an absolute star. Unfortunately, I think we've all come to understand that over the years, Serie A is just getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and it's just not as competitive as it used to be. Now, still, they've got some great teams. Yes, Juventus are still a great team. But overall, in the Serie A, I mean, come on, guys. You've got players like Ashley Clunge going over there and doing bits. You've got Chris Smalldong going over there, getting a team in a season, bossing it up for Roma at the back. You know, I mean, is that really the league what we want to be measuring players on? I don't think it is anymore. I really don't think it is anymore. So I'm not expecting any player who's gone and done it in Serie A to be able to come over to England and just replicate it immediately. Now, some will be able to, but Paul Pogba's certainly not one of those. So he's done absolutely gash. Also, Juventus, Real Madrid or PSG will try again in the next couple of years. That's what was reported by Fabrizio on the Here We Go podcast. But anyway, which I tend to think is true. Because who are the teams that can actually afford Paul Pogba? Well, the only ones that would want or could afford Paul Pogba probably would be Real Madrid because of that Zinedine connection, because he's said all these things about a dream move to Real Madrid, and there's been some links in the past there. Juventus, obviously, they had him before. They sold him to us. They know what he's all about. That's probably my favourite destination for him out of the 3. And then PSG, because it's the biggest French side. They've got absolute money bags. They're not afraid to pay a player 300 grand a week. And to have a World Cup winner, midfield maestro like Paul Pogba, certainly, if I was Paul Pogba, that's what I would do. Because he's French, because he'll still play in the Champions League. PSG got to the finals last year. They're still a good team. That's another farmers' league. It's an absolutely crap league. It's a pathetic league. It's a pitiful league. It's a gash-tastic league. Like, literally, it's gash. Other than PSG, Monaco, they're shite, mate. Lyon, no. They're just not there. The quality's not there. It's even worse than Serie A. So that's what I would do if I was Paul Pogba, because I could be a star in my own nation, which he already is, but he could be a big star playing for PSG there. He's gonna win the league every single season because there's no competition for PSG out there. So he can just add to that trophy cabinet, which at the moment, you know, if you look at United, it's won a few things, obviously Europa and League Cups and all this, but it's not exactly a trophy-laden spell. So that's what I would do if I was Paul Pogba, because they pay him, it's his home country, and they play in the Champions League, and he's going to win the domestic cups, he's going to win the league every single season, and he's going to look really good doing it as well, because it's a farmers' league, and if you put Paul Pogba up against a bunch of farmers, that's probably where he's going to shine. So they'll probably try and come in for him over the next year, I think. I think Paul Pogba will probably be on his way out over the next year. Whether it's in January, whether it's in the summer, I don't know. But that's my hunch feeling on this one, because United have extended this contract. We're looking to cash in. We just don't want him to go for nothing. The Man United board are still have intentions to open talks with Pogba over a long-term new contract, but no official negotiations have started yet. That's what Romero also said. But look, okay, yes, maybe they'll have some negotiations in the future, but if Paul Pogba keeps underperforming like he has been for United, if he keeps playing like absolute shit, then they're not going to want to do that, are they? They've got the extension. They'll probably look to cash in Jan or the summer. No official negotiations have started yet, as Paul Pogba confirmed days ago. It won't be quick or easy, but MUFC will try to extend Paul Pogba's contract. Okay, let's just have a vote in the live chat then, everybody. Thank you to every single one of you legends that is getting in here, by the way. I just want to say a massive thank you to you all for stopping by. Please do us a massive favour and smash that like button on the video if you have not hit that thumbs up already. Give it a share if you can. That would be epic. Also, I would like to just say thank you, Ruddy Can't Game, for getting in here with your super chat here, buddy. He said, re-signing Paul Pogba is just to appease the fans. Oh my God. Thank you very much for that, Ruddy. Yeah, well, it doesn't really appease me. It pisses me off is what it does, because I think he's bloody bang average. But I know what you said. I personally think it's just mainly to stop their asset from leaving for absolutely nothing come the end of the contract. Like, if we didn't extend the contract in January, I think it is, he would be able to sign pre-contract terms with another football club, in which case he would leave Manchester United in the summer for nothing. And considering United have paid this man £300,000 a week for the last however many years it is now, it feels like an eternity, but 5 years, and also the fact that that we pay him 300 grand a week and he's worth a lot of money and stuff like that. I personally don't think it's to appease the fans. I don't think most of the fans are even buzzed up by this, guys. I mean, look, guys, let's have a little vote in the live chat here. Just write buy or sell. Would you buy, sorry, just write keep or sell. Smash keep in the live chat if you think United should actually extend his contract properly. I'm not talking about this triggering the extension. I'm talking about actually giving him a new contract. Or right, sell if we should cash in, get 60 million, 70 million pounds and put that money towards maybe, I don't know, Sancho or Upamecano or somebody else. Let's just have a little vote and see where everyone's out. Mr. NLWT says sell. Hunar says sell. Hey, Neil Duffin, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, matey. B. Nakamate, tough time in work, but things are. I hope you're good, Neil. Thank you very much for getting here. Gaz B says sell. Jack Attack says keep. PS says sell. Jake Harold says sell. You know, Burberspin says sell. Jason Dower says sell. Jack Attack says keep. Gabriel Lopez says sell. Illy United sell. Mr. NWT sell. Neil Duffin sell. James Browning sell. Yusuf Shagar, sell. A busman ride, sell. Aaron Homeyard, sell. Rambo, sell. I see most people, 90% of people, do not see the value in keeping Paul Pogba at Manchester United. We see the value in getting the money for him and selling him. That's where the value is. I mean, how much of a joke would it be if United did actually offer him a new contract with more money? Could you believe that? He's on £300,000 a week, this twat, and he's pretty gash-tastic really for us. So, I'm sorry, if Manchester United were to offer him a new deal and Pogba wanted even £1,000 more a week, that would be a shambles. And I personally think the only reason you should offer him a new deal is to increase the valuation of a potential sale. But if you can get him gone sooner rather than later, then maybe that does make a little bit of sense to do. Tony Shield says you only get 40 million for him. Well, that's another thing, lads and lasses. Get your valuations in for him. So, of course, contract length has to be taken into consideration. Now, Pogba he's just had his contract extended until June 2022, right? So his contract length is diminishing. Effectively, he's got about 18 months or just over that left on his contract now, which does mean that his valuation is not as high as somebody who's got a 5 or a 6 year contract, because everybody knows that if they just play the waiting game, they can get Paul Pogba for a lot less. It's kind of like us and Jadon Sancho. That's probably why we didn't pull the trigger and get the money, because in a year's time, he's going to be worth so much less. Dortmund will have to consider selling him or have to give him a new contract. So I think United are aware of that. But with Paul Pogba, it's just a ridiculous. I mean, how much would you? Jimmy Whittaker, how you doing, Jimmy? He says 70 million. Flyers Young says 70 million. Rajon says 60 million. Paul Van der Beek says 65 to 75 million. Ronnie Can't Game says, how much is he going to get? I wonder. If it's more than now, he will stay. Thing is, nobody, exactly, you're right, that's the thing. If they did offer him a new contract, I mean, this extension is just, I assume, it's the same amount of money that he was on. But if they were to offer him an actual new contract for more money, it just wouldn't make any sense at all. He's offered us absolutely nothing in this time that he's been here. Neil Duffin says 60 million, Rajon says 60 million. Mr. NLWT says, if Maguire is worth 80 million, Pogba is worth 300 million. Do you know what, Mr. NLWT? I think if Maguire's worth 80 million, Pogba's worth 80 million. Because I consider them both to be gash. To be honest, I mean, look, okay, Pogba doesn't make the glare if Pogba isn't exposed at the back like Harry Maguire is, but that's because Harry Maguire's a centre-back. But if you're actually talking about impact and gashness, Maguire had a better season last year than Pogba. So that's actually how I feel. I think Pogba, again, was bang bloody average most of the season last year. Okay, he had a good games here and there. But I think he was bang bloody average. But most of you guys are saying between 40 and 60 million pounds. It does seem like a heck of a lot of money, really, to pay for him. To be honest, if I'm an opposition team or if I'm one of these other teams that are going in for him, 70 million pounds for Paul Pogba right now when you've got to pay him £300,000 a week plus. It's not good value at all. It's not good value at all. But it is better value than what it would have been a year ago, which is 100 million. So maybe there's some clubs that are going to be looking at that. Plus, it's not really a financial gamble, really, for a player like Paul Pogba. Never mind the fact that on the pitch, he might not offer you as much as you want. How about the actual commercialisation or the marketability of Paul Pogba? Like, you have to factor that in. Like, if you're a PSG or if you're a Real Madrid or somebody like that, you can obviously make a lot of money by having a player like Paul Pogba in your side, whether it's from commercial ads and stuff like that, or shirt sales and all that kind of stuff. He's a massive star. Like, literally, I think he's got like 50-odd million followers on Insta and stuff like that. Like, pretty much the whole of France. The whole of France follows Paul Pogba, you know. He is a World Cup winning hero to them at the end of the day. He is like, you know, Bobby Charlton to England fans or something like that. If you think back and you think of all the people that won, maybe it's because England only won it once, but when you think of all the people, Gordon Banks and Bobby Charlton and Nobby Stiles and all these guys, the legends throughout history of England, all these guys are legends. And that's how they will view Paul Pogba in France, I'm sure of it, because he's a World Cup winner and he did have a big hand in the win of the World Cup, to be fair. Not as big as people make out, but he did have a hand in it, didn't he? So to me, he's a player we should cash in on anyway. Talisman says 85 million, thank you very much. Over 100 of you legends tuning in already. Thank you so much for getting in here tonight. Please do smash that thumbs up button on the video. Let's see if we can smash 100 likes, you bloody bunch of heroes. Griffo Chandler's comments, Pogba was injured for the majority of the season, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's not a plus point for me, to be honest with you, Griffo. You know, he needs to stop being an injury-prone meltbag then, doesn't he? No, I hear you though. To be fair, he's just not really my style player. I like a bit of player with a bit more cojones, a bit more about them, a bit more get up and go, a bit more tenacity. And say what you're about Pogba's ability on the ball, which we're not questioning. He's one of the best passers, I think, in our team. He's a powerful, athletic, box-to-box midfielder. He can do a bit of everything. Like, he really can. Like, we criticise his defending, but he can defend. He is physical, he is strong, but he just doesn't like doing those parts of the job, I don't think. But in terms of actually contributing much to United, we'd have been better off having, I don't know, any other mug in there, to be fair. Fred, for instance. No, I'm not calling Fred a mug, but I'm saying if you'd have had Matic and Fred all last season instead of Matic and Pogba, or any other combination involving Pogba, we'd have probably done just as well, if not better. Piano Girl says, Pig, you're so funny. Thank you so much, Piano Girl. Great to see you this evening. How are you all doing, by the way? Matthew Adateo, what's going on? How's it going? What's the latest? Thank you, Matthew Adateo, for getting in here. Well, to be honest with you, dude, all that the latest news is in regards to Paul Pogba is that he has just signed a new contract extension. Well, not he has. Manchester United have triggered the contract extension for Paul Pogba, which will keep him at Manchester United until June 2022. This gives Man United time to sell him for a good amount of money. Obviously, he could have signed pre-contract terms with another club in January if we hadn't have done this extension. So we triggered the contract extension. That gives us about a year and a half, or a little bit more now, to sell him and cash in and actually get some money back from him. So trust me, I think all the roads are pointing to Pogba leaving within the next year. All roads point to Pogba leaving. Now, I don't know if it's Jan or end of the season, but I bet you that he's leaving because he's crap for United. We need to get some money for him. We need some other players. We need Upamecano. We need Sancho. We need somebody else. So if there's a deal to be done there where Paul Pogba can get off of our books, that's £300,000 a week saved in wages alone. If you extend the contract, which we have, his valuation probably now. I mean, I don't think it's as much as people are saying. Most people are saying 70 million in the live chat. But because there's not long left on the contract, I don't think it is that much. I think you'd probably struggle to get 50 or 60 million for Paul Pogba right now. That's just my opinion. Now, I know he is a commercial star, but I'm factoring in the fact that he's not got long left of his contract. So somebody will come in for a bid for Paul Pogba, I think, whether it's Real Madrid, Zizou over there, or if it's PSG with their money bags, or if it's Juventus wanting to get that player that was so good for them back in their team, which the fans in the club and everybody would love over there. And Pogba would love. Pogba would do great over at Juventus. Again, I'm sure he would, because he did the first time around. It's a different pace league. I don't know if Manchester United haven't used him right. That's a fair point. People say about Paul Pogba, his best positions, what Bruno's doing really, or in the hole, up the pitch, advanced, creating, shooting. Think about all those long shot goals and stuff he scored at Juventus. He hasn't really done that for United ever. Now, why is that? Well, he has played at CAM a bunch in the past, or he has played in that whole role a bunch in the past, but not that much. Mostly he's been playing in the midfield too, which we can all agree with is not Paul Pogba's strength, really. His strength is creating and attacking. His strength is not defending or having any real defensive duties at all. I think, even though he can do it, he doesn't like the grind that you have to put in, the work that you have to put in, the defensive grind. I think he likes to be further up the pitch, influencing the game. So I'm not saying that United have completely managed Paul Pogba right and it's all Paul Pogba's fault that it's not worked out United, but it's mostly Pogba's fault, in all honesty. I think he has been mismanaged over the years. It would be unfair to say that he hasn't. But I also think that he needed to step up and perform and actually show what he's capable of doing. £89 million match winner, not doing it for you. It's unacceptable. It's totally unacceptable. Okay, let's get in and see what you guys think about the Paul Pogba contract extension. Get your thoughts and opinions in. We've got a little bit of other Manchester United news too, but do get your thoughts and opinions in about it. So just to start with, smash a 1 in the live chat if you're happy that Pogba signed an extension. Neil Duffin, you have a bloody cracking evening, mate. Thank you so much for getting in here, Neil. Take it easy, buddy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Jake Carroll says, look who it is, Emma Big Lips. What's that mean, Jake? Ronnie Can't Game says, but now brewed by Pig. Mrs. Pig. Oh, not brewed by Mrs. Pig. Yeah, no, that's it. I've got a cup of coffee actually right here. Oh, shit. Oh, all over my nice clean Sports Almanac Back to the Future t-shirt. Bollocks. Piano Girl says, 1, he better start turning up to games. Neil Duffin says, 1. Yeah, I mean, look, to be fair, only because we will get more for selling him by doing it. Exactly what I was about to say, Gazby. Thank you so much for getting in, Gaz. Yes, mate, that's it. Because we've extended the contract, that's what it's all about, is selling him in January, selling him in the summer, getting a bit more money for him. Obviously, if he left in January, or not January, but left in the summer, having had the pre-contract talks in January and left for nothing, we'd have all been shit in the bed on that one, my friends. Wouldn't we? We'd have shat the bed over that one. So United have definitely done the right thing by extending the contract. But we have to sell him now. There's talks ongoing about maybe the possibility of Man United actually giving him a new contract. But I don't see how we could pull that one off. He's not worth the money that we pay him, quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe from a commercial point of view, which is all the Glazers and Woodward and those guys actually give a shit about. But from a football point of view, he has never really added that much to our side. That's just my opinion. Look, he has had world-class games here and there. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying he's not consistent. He's not a United consistent player like a Michael Carrick or something like that we need. Gungshi, what's going on, Gungshi? Says, Pig, you slob. How's it going there, Gungshi, mate? Yeah, it's just add it to the rest of the list of stains, to be fair. That's all it needs to be do, really. Hey, that United family, what's going on as well? Jake Howard says, isn't that United on United stand there? Here, spine. I don't know, dude. I don't really care, but the Man Utd says, I would rather let him go for free. Okay, no, I mean, you can't really say that in the Man Utd because you're talking about the potential. You're talking about Upamecano here. You know, Upamecano might cost you 45 million, or he might cost you 55 million, or he might cost you 60 million. And Paul Pogba is going to generate you at least that amount of money from selling him. If United sold him in January, you could get 60 or 70 million pounds from him. I'm pretty confident of that. So that is the difference between being able to fund a new signing, half of Jadon Sancho or most of Jadon Sancho, or bringing in an upper-Meccano. So to me, yes, I know what you're saying. He's not really achieved that much for United, and we wouldn't really lose that much by letting him go on a free, in all honesty, on the football pitch. That's just my opinion. But we would lose a lot in terms of financially and what that money could be spent on. That money could absolutely be spent on bringing in a top-class player like an upper-Meccano or something like that. Stephen United comments, Ashley Young looks world-class playing in the Italian league. That's how rubbish it is. Exactly, Stephen. You're so right. Like all these players that have gone over there from United or from the Premier League. Chris Smaldong's a Team of the Year star over in Serie A, my friends. That's how shite it is. So let's not try and pretend that doing it for Juventus and Serie A really means anything. It doesn't. But that's why I also think that might be one of the most realistic destinations for him, because they've had him. He's proven over there. He's a big star. They'd love it to get Pogba back. Zach E, thank you very much for your super chat here, Zach E. He comments, Pogba needs more time. He will work the magic soon. He needs more time. He's had 5 bloody years, Zach E. You know, I've gone from a boy to a man in that time, whereas Pogba's gone from a man to a boy. It's not good. It's not good, man. We can't be having this gash level of performances out there. He needs more time. I've been giving him time for 5 years now. I was expecting him to turn the corner. He's going to turn the corner. This new coach is coming. Oh, it was Mourinho. It was Mourinho that was holding him back. It was Mourinho. It's Louis van Gaal or whatever. But it wasn't. It was actually Mourinho because he came in then. But it was Mourinho holding him back. That's the reason why he melted. Oh, yeah. Not utilised correctly. Not playing him right. Poor style. Not enough good players around him. Whatever excuse you want to make. And now, obviously, with Solskjaer coming in, I mean, the best time that we saw from Paul Pogba, I think, in a United shirt consistently was the 10 games after Jose Mourinho left. And that was mainly because it was a big FU to Jose, in my opinion. So, Paul Pogba, I think he's got maybe motivational issues. Maybe there's character flaw there. He can't handle the pressure. I'm looking at that game the other day against Spurs where he bottled that run at the end. He could have sprinted back and maybe stopped that goal. But no, he just gave up. And I'm looking at that in his character thinking he's a head's gone melt. He is a absolute head's gone melt, my friends. So I'm sick of it. I think Pogba should absolutely be sold. Hayden Alessandro, how are you doing, Hayden, man? Great to see you, buddy. TK says Pogba is an empty vessel, takes everything, gives nothing. I'm with you on that one. Constant Pratt, how's it going? Thank you for the super chat there, Zach E, by the way. Ellie, how are you doing today as well? Great to see you. Kirsten Gray says, are you doing career mode or ultimate team tonight? I have all the Man U Legends list with prices for ultimate team. Thank you so much, Kirsten Gray. I think I'm going to do career mode tonight. I'm not 100% sure yet, though, Kirsten, to be honest. But most people did vote for career mode in this little poll that I held yesterday on my community page. By the way, sorry I wasn't around yesterday, guys. My voice had just completely melted. You know, I think it was that England watch-along we did for a couple of hours, and then we did the 7-hour FIFA stream. And my throat was just mashed when I woke up the next day. In fact, I didn't even realise until a bit later in the day because I didn't talk to anybody. When I actually talked, I was like, oh, shit. It's feeling much better now, though. I obviously rested it properly for 24 hours. Antoinotto Armando Hoyt says, hello, Ellie. What's going on, Antoinotto? Right, okay. Who else have we got in here? Asan Akhtar. What's going on, Asan? Good to see you, matey. Raymond Moore says Sanchez is the new Michael Owen in Serie A. Well, that's what I mean. The fact that they would even want a player like Alexis Sanchez after being so shit for Manchester United just goes to show you that it is a crap league out there. So the fact that if you look at Pogba's career and you look at the fact, these are the facts. Sir Alex Ferguson let him go. Sir Alex Ferguson didn't want him at United. Now, why is that? Now, okay, you can say maybe he just didn't have plans for him in the team. He couldn't force his way into the team, so he had to allow Pogba to fly and leave the nest effectively. Or you could say that there's some sort of character flaw that Sir Alex saw in Pogba, which is probably the reason why he's not really gone and done it consistently for United ever. But we did get him back for 89 million or whatever it was. Huge amount of money, and he's never really lived up to it. I'm sorry. Reese Horton says, Flying Pig, how do I donate all my money to you? Oh, don't do that, Reese Horton, my friend. You absolutely need to speak to somebody, my friend. Please do phone somebody up or give us a message on Twitter or something like that, Reese. But, just absolutely don't do that, my friend. Johnny G comments, I think Pogba should leave to save his own legacy. He has performed everywhere besides here. Even here, he has had some great runs of form. The disrespect he gets is insane, in my opinion. To be fair to you, Johnny G, he has had some good runs. He has shown occasionally that he's a class player. But think of the games, guys. How many games can you actually think of How many games can you actually think of that he has really affected and been a world-class talent? You know, get it in the live chat. How many games has Paul Pogba played world-class for Manchester United? What, between 5 and 10? Between 5 and 10 over the course of 5 years? Is that really good enough for United, for a player who's a talismanic world-class player for £89 million? It ain't worth it, guys. He's barely had any world-class freaking games, man. Oh dear, the Vutinator, G-Wolf, Howdy Red Ledge, Last Avenger, Gunshi says you could say that about any of your players, Pig, other than David De Gea. You could say that. No, I don't think you could say that to the same degree, Gunshi, to be fair. You could say it about a bunch of them, to be honest with you, but I think Paul Pogba's one of the worst. I mean, you know, if you look at Martial or Rashford, crikey, they've had way more better games than Paul Pogba over the last 5 years. They've ran the show in certain games, you know, much more consistently. How about, you know, next to him? I mean, say what you want about Matic, Fred, whatever. I mean, look, they were more consistent than him last season, and they're not worth anywhere near the amount of money. They're not on anywhere near the amount of money as Pogba. But both Matic and Fred were more consistent than Pogba last season, in my opinion. We're slagging off Harry Maguire. He had a better season than Pogba. You know, so I think Pogba was bang average last season. But I know what you're saying, Goshi. You love Pogba, I get it. You're trying to justify it by saying the rest of the club, the rest of the players are crap. And so why should Paul Pogba be held in any higher regard over the last 5 years when most of the team has struggled? I see what you said, but he's not an ordinary player. He's supposed to be a talisman. He's supposed to be a leader, character. He's supposed to drive the team forward. I think that's why we hold him in such high. Imagine if we had a player like, I don't know, let's say Paul Scholes. Back in the day, Paul Scholes, you think about him. He's supposed to be this driving force. He's supposed to be the wand, the magic wand in midfield that sprays it around and runs the show. Imagine, can you imagine, Gungshi, if Paul Scholes had only had, say, 5 to 10 really good games in 5 years at United and the rest of the time he was shite? You wouldn't put up with Paul Scholes either. And he's a bloody legend of the club. So you wouldn't put up with him. So I don't see why people just allow Paul Pogba this amount of time to justify his shit play. Gunshi says, sorry, Pig, agree to disagree. Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, everybody's got different opinions. I get that. But to me, Paul Pogba, since he's come to United, has been shit. And if he stays at United, he'll probably continue to be pretty shit. That's my views on it. Now, he has had good games here and there, but bang, buddy, average, my friends. Well, Ryan Berberspin9, thank you so much for the super chat here, buddy. My moderator legend, what a hero. Thank you, and Gunshi and everyone else, Ellie, as well. But thank you so much, Berberspin. Some love to the Pig and BB. Whisper gold for you and the Cake Bandit. Dude, thank you so much for that, Ryan Berberspin9, man. You absolute hero. Really, really appreciate that. Everybody, can we get some love hearts in the live chat for Berberspin9 for that incredible gesture? Thank you so much, Berberspin. Really, really unbelievable of you. £20 there. Thank you so much, Berber. Ellie says, what's Pig done? Sorry to hear you really not doing well, Gungshi. What have I done? What do you mean? Kirsty Gray says, when is the earliest time you're going live for career mode? I don't know, you know, to be honest. Maybe 11:30 p.m. might be the earliest tonight. To be fair, I've got another video to do a little bit later. We're going to do a preview for the Newcastle game, probably around about 9 p.m. Somewhere around about that, so maybe 9:30, I'm not too sure yet, but yes. So I've got to do that. Reece Horton, mate, get some help, my friend. Obviously, there's nothing I can do to help you on this stream. I'm doing a stream about Manchester United, my friend. I know you're reaching out for a cry for help, but please do. Call somebody. Please do call somebody, my friend. You know, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I'll just say this to you now, dude. You know, I don't know if you're legit or trolling or whatever, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Things change in life. You know, you might have a bad spell. You might be down and out. Trust me, this time last year, I felt like, you know, my father just died and I was struggling for money and it was just a complete clusterfuck, you know. And 1 year later, things are much more positive in my life. Okay, they're still not great, but they're much more positive. And I'm saying to you and everybody else out there that may be struggling, there's always a better future. And you only get one life, and certainly those loved ones around you wouldn't want to see you waste yours just over some, you know, some short-term depression. I understand this year is a difficult year for everybody. Everybody has had terrible, you know, mental health impacts, I think, most people anyway, by what's happened this year, whether it's losing loved ones, whether it's financial impact, whether it's uncertainty, whether it's lack of social contact, whatever it is. But I would just say to you, my friend, please go and get help. Please speak to somebody. Please call somebody. There's hotlines out there. There's people you can speak to. And look, Try and get some help, my friend. Just have another go. Have another go. Don't give up, my friend. That's what I'm going to say to you. Do not give up. There's always a better future for you. You are the master of your own destiny, my friend. And although you may feel like an all-time low, trust me, you make the right steps each day at a time. You can get back to being mentally sound, my friend. Anyway, Johnny G says, Reece, I guarantee it isn't worth it at this point. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Anonis Sati, thank you so much for the comment here, dude. He comments, hey, Pig, I don't usually comment, but I just wanted to say for the past few weeks I've watched you play FIFA every night whilst I play Champion Manager. Missed you last night, Pig. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I wasn't on last night, unfortunately. That's so nice of you to say, Anonis Sati. Really appreciate everyone who's getting in with the FIFA streams and stuff like that. There's another one coming later on tonight after we do a Newcastle preview as well. So we're going to be busy on the channel this evening, guys. Please do us a favour, actually. You know what? We haven't even smashed 100 likes yet, guys. What the hell's going on? Smash that like button on the video, everybody. Give it a share out there on social media. Ruddy Can't Game says, we all have had problems this year. I was down too. Just stay strong. Absolutely. Thank you, Ryan Burberspin 9. Sashmeet Shrestha says, hey Piggy, sorry for being lost for 2 weeks, but I hope next game will give something to look up to. Cheers, mate. Absolutely, Sashmeet Shrestha. Thank you so much. Good to see you back in here. And hopefully we do have some good football to look forward to over the next couple of days, you know, or the next couple of weeks, I should say. I mean, the difficulty is that Manchester United have Newcastle, and then we have got, you know, a couple of really tricky games, like disgustingly difficult games over the next month. So we'll see how we get on with that. Gunshi says, Pig, you're so right. The last year or so has been my worst ever due to health and loss, and I know that's true of a lot of us. Hang in there, everyone. Absolutely, Gunshi, my friend. That's it. I mean, there's always a future. There's always something better in the future. I honestly do think that. You know, you can change your stars, so to speak. You can change your stars. The Vutinator says, Roddy, how you doing, pal? Stefan says, Rashford wouldn't get in United reserves if Alex was still at the club. That's total poppycock, Stefan. Rashford's a class player. I really don't get this hate for Rashford. He's class, man. Like, did you not see that goal he scored the other day? Not many players at this club could have scored a goal like that. That counter-attacking one where Bruno played him. Okay, look, he's been out of form for 6 months, I agree, but that's all it is. It's form. He was coming back from an injury. Before that injury, he was absolutely shit-hot, firing hot lead at people. That sounds messed up, didn't it? But you know what I mean? Like, he had firepower. Remember, in the first half of the bloody season, he scored pretty much as many goals as Martial did all season long. You know, they finished, joint top goal scorers with 17 goals each, and he did it from a wide left position. So I do not get the hate I think it's just, I don't really know what it is about Marcus Rashford. The guy's unbelievable out there on the football pitch. Yeah, sure, he's had a bit of a poor few months. But you've got to stick with the lad. He's 22. He's 22. And I've seen enough from him from the age 18 to 22 to know, not think, but know that he is going to be a class player in the future. And he is a class player. So you can say what you want about Rashford. What about that Chelsea free kick? What about, you know, he's scored some monumental goals for Manchester United that stick out in my memory probably more than most other United players over the last few years. So to me, Rashford is a class talent, and he definitely needs belief and faith from the fans here. G Wolf says, how are you feeling, Pig? And now, Pig, hope you got rid of that cough you had. Yeah, well, I haven't really, mate. I mean, I didn't really have much of a cough anyway. It's just really a sore throat and snot. That's what it is. I've just got a proper man flu at the moment. I don't think it's COVID because I haven't had a cough at all. But I think it's just like, you know, I think it's just, yeah. Primort, what's up, Primort? He says, thought someone was running a lawnmower outside. It's just the Pig's gravelish voice. Oh, no, you're telling me it's still mashed up then? Dude, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. I've rested it for the last 24 hours. It's supposed to be better. It definitely feels better, but... The United Way says, fickle fans, Pig. Same fans that will want Poch as manager. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. I mean, I don't really get that either about thinking that Solskjaer should be gone now either. Joseph Misko says, everyone goes through bad times. That's just life. I've had loads of times where I felt low, sad, depressed, wherever you want to call it. But in the end, you have to keep going. Fully agree with you there, Joseph Misko, 100%. Thank you very, very much for getting in there with that comment as well. And just keep your chin up, guys. You know, it's a difficult time out there, to be fair. Ronnie Can't Game says, drink some tea and maybe some honey. Good shout, good shout. I've got that here, mate. I've got the honey. I've got the tea. I've had a coffee today, though, but just even that doesn't do shit to me, to be fair. Kelsey Powers, yes, I am playing FIFA tonight, Kelsey. Thank you for asking. Jake Harold says, yeah, I'm sorry too, Becky. Gunshi said Rashford just needs to iron out the flaws in his game, I reckon. Needs better decision making. Yes, that will come in time. You know, like I keep using this example of Raheem Sterling, his time at United. Sorry, not United. His time at Liverpool, and of course at City. Now, the Sterling at Liverpool is night and day to the Sterling at City. Now, you can say that's down to the coaching or whatnot, but I think it's also just down to the maturity of the player. Now, he's still a headless chicken in my eyes, but he's nowhere near as much as a headless chicken as he was a little while ago, I think, at Liverpool. That's the thing. You get that intelligence, you get that sharpness, you get that decision-making. That comes from experience. We can't all be as naturally gifted as Mason Greenwood in that department, you know? But yes, I do think that is the case. I think that he will become great. Hey, thank you so much, Anonis30. Really appreciate your super chat here, buddy. Oh, you legend. He says, keep smashing it, buddy. Love the channel. The only United channel I watch now. Get in there, my son. Come on, Anonis30. Let's get some hashtag Bacon Brigades in there. Hashtag Bacon Brigade in the live chat. Thank you so much, Anonis30. Very, very nice of you to say. Really appreciate that, dude. Legend. Shout out to Anonis30, man. If honey doesn't work, add some whiskey. It'll warm your cockles, says Ronnie. That's a great shout. AR Dan says, your prediction, how many wins from the next 6 games? 3. I think we'll get 9 points from the next 6. Looking at the 6, I think that's cash, isn't it? Well, I take that, to be fair. Those games are tough. Kayam says, Pig, how's the co-assistant doing helping you with FIFA? Very good, mate. Yes, very good, mate. I mean, to be fair, I haven't done much episodes since the first one. But she has done a good job with giving me ideas, 100%. I think we're going to go with Ruud van Nistelrooy up top when we can. Oh, yeah. But to be fair, Kayam, you know, don't get me wrong. We still need you as the manager, mate. As the assistant manager. Okay. Joseph Misko says, I'm having a great time at the moment. All is well. Just read that comment from Reese. Hope he is okay. Absolutely, man. You know, shout out to Reese, man. I know you're obviously going for a difficult time. But yes, I mean, certainly this place is, you know, we can help you, but we can't help you as much as maybe the ones around you can, or somebody on the other end of the phone. So definitely reach out and speak to somebody there, Reese, honestly. Thank you, Gung. She says, hashtag Bacon Brigade. Get those hashtag Bacon Brigades in there. Football with Barney says, hi, Pig. I was so excited that I seen you live that I just shit myself. Well, you know, I think a lot of people go through that, Football with Brownie, my friend, you know. It's called piggy poopy incontinence or something. That happens at pure excitement of the pig. I get that, Football with Brownie, you know. 5 other people mentioned that earlier on in this stream tonight, so don't worry about that. Oh, yes, get in there, Primort, Paul van der Beek, James Bowering, thank you so much. Ryan Burmesman9 says, smash a like and subscribe. Absolutely. If you're new to the channel, smash that like button. Give it a subscribe if you're new as well also. John Schwartz says, shout out, Pig, on a Zoom call at the moment, but smashing the like. Look forward to a live chat during the match this weekend. You legend, John Schwartz. Thank you very, very much, matey. G-Wall says, hashtag Bacon Brigade. Football with Brownie says, must be the age. Praveen Inbanathan says, Pogba is absolute shit. For all those who wanted him back, I kind of agree, man. What has he actually ever really done for United? Bang bloody average, in my opinion. I know everybody's split on him. Some people say he's one of the world's best players. That's true. People will put him in a World 11 right now to this day. I don't get it. Robert Zerletsy says, Pig flu. I drink rose hips dried. Picked up myself. Can't have flu. Impossible. Oh, fair play to you, Robert Zerletsy. Maybe I'll check a little check into that, my friend. James Barrow with the hashtag Bacon Brigade. Roddy Can't Game says, I wear a diaper during pig streams. Oh my god, and that's not for the incontinence, Roddy. That's just for your adult baby minding gig. You know what I mean? Kirsty Gray, thank you, says, you're awesome and you're 1,000,000% better than that goal. Oh, thank you, yeah. No worries there, Kirsty Gray. Yeah, well, you know, I'll keep it real on this channel. Try not to do any clickbait garbage or anything like that, or mislead the fan base. Yeah, that's right, United Way. Big God Bob, how you doing, Big God Bob? What did you say, bro? Message retracted. Brandon C comments, Maguire has to face Neymar and Mbappe and Aubameyang in his next 7 games. Rip to him. Crikey, that's if he's even playing, dude. I wouldn't select Maguire when he's coming up against Neymar and Mbappe, would you? He's going to get done for pace all day long. I certainly wouldn't do that. I think that's a buy Lindelof or even a buy Twanzebe game now. When you look at Maguire's confidence right now. Just to talk about Harry Maguire for a second. This was about Pogba, obviously, but to talk about Maguire for a second. He needs to be dropped. He needs a break. I'm not saying finish with him for good. I know Solskjaer's backed him and stopped by his captain again today. But what he needs, in my opinion, he's got too much pressure on him. Everybody's going to be looking at that massive slab, waiting for him to make a mistake in the next few games. And he doesn't need that pressure at the moment. Maybe he can handle that pressure, and maybe you'll see the best from Harry Maguire over the next few games if he plays. But me personally, I would not give Harry Maguire the nod at the moment. I would give him a break just for his own psychological well-being, really, just for the fact that there's too much pressure on him at the moment. And maybe if we did play a different centre-back partnership in some of the key games, that would do him the world of good. Just give him a little break. Take the mantle away from him. Hey, Jeanette Pugh, how are you? I'm good, thank you for asking. Ivana Kofo says, suspect Pogba will still leave this season. Absolutely, Yvonne. I just want to say right away at the start of this video, like, that's definitely the case for me. Paul Pogba is going to be leaving. He will be sold to another football club. United have triggered this contract extension. If you're just getting in here, guys, smash that like button. But United have triggered that contract extension for another year. So we had the option in the clause to extend it for another year. So we triggered that. So he's now a player at United until 2022, June, which gives Man United a bit of time to generate some money by finding a suitable club to come in and buy Paul Pogba from us. That's what we're going to have to do. We can't let him go for free. So we're going to have to sell him in the next year, I would imagine in January, or probably more likely in the summer. You'll see Paul Pogba sold. Now, the three potential destinations, PSG, Real Madrid, Juventus, all make sense for varying different reasons. So, yeah, I think it's going to happen. I think Paul Pogba wouldn't be not a United player after this season. That's my hunch. I don't think we'll give him a new contract because he hasn't really justified that new contract. Yes, we've triggered this extension, but that's so we don't lose our asset for nothing. Ivana Kofo says, Man United will not beat Arsenal, especially with the defence. I think we will struggle, yeah. Gungshi says, can we just keep his head, the slab, I mean? Yeah, I mean, maybe you could sort of just stick that, like, I don't know, on the underside of the goal or in front of the, maybe like down by David De Gea's left-hand side or something. Just, maybe he should just sit on the floor there. That's probably going to actually benefit us throughout. Then it would be impossible for them to score. Alan Ops says, Sir Alex Ferguson's staff has spoken. Sancho is overrated and Man United need Haaland. Rashi, Greenwood and Martial not good enough to win EPL. Legend staff and players have spoken. Really? Well, look, I mean, Haaland would be a fantastic player for sure. Yeah, I definitely think that would be the case. But Rashi, Greenwood, I mean, these guys are going to be good enough in the future. They're just young at the moment. Greenwood's 18. So to say that he's not good enough, I mean, you know, and Rashford's definitely going to be good enough, and Martial needs to get on and get those goals for us this season, but he's shown some good stuff. I don't know. Look, there's a reason we're not winning the league. We don't have a team capable of challenging for the league right now. But I don't think it's down to those players. I think it's down to the centre-backs. I think it's down to maybe lacking a central defensive midfield. I think it's down to lacking a proper world-class right winger as well. No disrespect to Greenwood, but he's just young at the minute. You know, you can't expect to have all that pressure and have the mantle of leading this United side and carrying them every game throughout the season. Joseph Misko comments, I'd love us to sell Pogba. He's shit for us. I echo those sentiments, I'm not going to lie. Gunshi comments, imagine Usain Bolt with Slabby's head. That would sort out the problem. You're so right there, Gunners. Ruthless Sausage, what's going on, Ruthless Sausage? He says, I have seen my first Xmas tree this year in a house near me. What the F? Really? Already? Crikey, middle October. That is a little bit early. Anonymous 30 says, makes sense, Pogba. Yeah, that's right, it does. It makes sense to get rid and cash in the next year. That's what it makes sense, really. Get that money into the club, go and spend it towards Sancho, go and spend it towards Upamecano, whatever you need to spend it on, go and do it. That's what United should be looking to do right now. Big God Bob comments, Harry Maguire getting sent off reminds me of Beckham getting sent off in that England versus the Argentina game. Yeah, I mean, Beckham's was more stupid, to be fair. Like, Harry Maguire was just reckless. Beckham's was just petulant and childish, to be fair. And also, Beckham's was during a World Cup bloody whatever, quarter-final or whatever it was. You know what I mean? I can't even remember what it was now, but it had a little bit more, you know, a little bit more weight on it than that game against bloody whoever. Well, I can't even remember what the game was now. Denmark? Yeah. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying, Big Old Bob. It was, he left us in the lurch there, basically. He left us, you know, up shit creek without a paddle. We were up against it after he got sent off. So yeah, you're right in that sense. Kayam says, Pig, I've been struggling with depression on and off, but this community always helps get me through. Man, stick the love heart in there for Kayam and this community, and everybody, hashtag Bacon Brigade, would you? Come on, guys, smash that hashtag Bacon Brigade in the live chat, because this is a wonderful community of legends, and we do help each other through, Kayam. You're totally right. You guys helped me out this last year, And I know this community helps each other out, so thank you. Praveen Imbanathan says, it looks like Barca are going to be the next United. What do you mean, dude? The next raddest team in the whole world? James Wright comments, he's not worth more than 80 million. How can he be? That's how much we signed him for when he was young. Good and had long on his contract. Absolutely, he's nowhere worth anywhere near that, especially in this current climate. I think with 18 months left on a contract or even a year left on a contract in the summer, I would have to say that he's probably £60 million player. After 30 years, the Scousers Scholar title comments, Pogba is a luxury player, but we need grafters like Grealish. Yeah, I'd rather Grealish as well. Grealish does work hard. Grealish is a very, very sort of determined player. That's what I mean. That's the sort of player that we wanted from Paul Pogba, but he's not that player at all. Hey, Buster Bate says, yo, Piggy, hit with the 2 ads, man. Good to hear, Buster Bate. How you doing there, Buster? Thanks for getting in here. Stephen Duffy says, hey, it's the Duster. Get rid of Pogba. He is lazy and doesn't want to be at United. I tend to agree with you, man. Alok says, legend staff has spoken. They're not going to win the Premier League. Sir Alex Ferguson's staff, not me. Rashford, Greenwood, Martial are made for mid-table teams. What, you say the staff. Who said that? Where's your source, Alok? After 30 years, Scousers stole our title. In Ollie, we trust. Thank you very, very much. Absolutely. Hashtag Ollie in. Primot says, personally never rated Slabby. Wasn't exactly pleased when we signed him. Fair play to you, Primot. I mean, I was pretty pleased when we signed him because he looked so good for Leicester that season, and he also looked brilliant for England in the World Cup, etc. I was pretty happy when we signed him. He was a real good leader for England in that World Cup in particular. That's what I was basing on. I was thinking he could be a great leader for us at the back and a good centre-back. But look, unfortunately, it's just another thing that's happened. It's another Manchester United curse. Maybe he's not as good as we all thought he was, and maybe he will just peter out and be Phil Jones 2.0. Or maybe it's a difficult time at the club. Maybe over the next 3 years he'll cement himself as being an absolute don. That's what I hope, but I tend to think that he's also not good enough still. Anonymous 30 says, Upper Meccano in, Pogba out. Have to agree on that one. Vincent Bullock says, my aunt used to put her up in July. My aunt used to put her up in July. God rest her soul. Sorry to hear that, Vincent Bullock, my friend. You're an absolute legend, Vincent, mate. Keep your head up. Liam says that the Porky Platoon. Absolutely. Hashtag Pork Platoon. Thank you, Matthew Adateo, with that hashtag Baker Brigade. AR Dan with that hashtag Baker Brigade. Viable Solution, says Ollie in. He also says Pogba is overrated. Not a good idea giving him a new contract. We will end up selling him at a knockdown price. I tend to agree with that one, Viable Solutions, man. Yeah. I mean, look. How much are you going to get from 50, 60, 70 million tops? A year ago, we're talking about 100 million. But with his contract running down, I don't think you get anywhere near that money for the lad. Clam J says, shucks, I'm late. Evening, legends. How you doing, Clam J? Better late than never, dude. Good to see ya. Elysium Ensign says, Phil Jones must be becoming jealous of Slabhead stealing his meme football. Yeah, you're right, but to be fair, they've got different. They cover different aspects of the meme. Slabby Maguire, he covers your more traditional football gashness defending memes, and Phil Jones covers more your Gurn memes. So you know they're not competing with each other. Phil Jones might be a bit pissed off though. You know, Slabby's taken some of his limelight there. It's not really limelight, is it? I guess it's more like brown light, like shit light. Because anyway. Thank you, Paul Van der Beek. Yeah, he says, Pig, can't wait to see Tellers and Cavani. That is going to be good. I'm looking forward to seeing that, to be fair. That will be pretty cool. Danny Hoagie says, hi all. Clam J says, hi Voog. Football with Brownie says, Pig, I overdone the editing on my latest video. Have you watched it? As I would love your feedback. I haven't actually. Football with Brownie, mate. I'll try and get round. To be honest, I'm probably not going to be able to watch it today, mate. I know that sounds ridiculous, but after this, I've got to set up a Newcastle preview. And I've got to do the Newcastle preview. And then after that, I've got to do the FIFA stream. So I will try and get round to that, dude. But keep going with your channel, man. Debbie Elder says, how many years does Ollie deserve, Pig? He deserves until the end of the season for me, 100%. 100%. He deserves until the end of the season. Let's judge him at the end of the season. Remember this time last year, United were in a shit position. We were having a nightmare. Well, he got Bruno in January. He got Aguero in January. We kicked on after that moment on. We had an incredible second half of the season and we finished third. So let's judge him at the end of the season. That's what I would say. But really, he needs years, Debbie, I think. I think really he needs... This is not a quick fix, especially with our current owners and the regime where they're refusing to just go and back the managers and spend the money on the players and get them in. So I think bearing in that mind, he probably needs a couple more years. But whether or not he gets that, I don't think so. Kirsten Gray says, hashtag Baker Brigade, football head coach on Ultimate Team. You legend. Nice one, Kirsten. Viable Solution says, where's that sexy wifey today, mate? I don't know. She's just melting all over the place, dude. Clam J says, Slabby looks like a Sunday come down and Jones looked like he's peaking hard. Yeah, you're so right. I never thought about that. Phil Jones, when you think about it, it looks like he's been on the cocaine chewing all night, doesn't he? That is hilarious. The Vutinator says, Piggy always on form, Gungshi. Gungshi, what does Gungshi say? Gungshi says, Pig on form tonight. Do you reckon I don't feel on form, Gungshi? I really don't feel on form tonight, my friend. Not at all. Okay, let's just talk about the rest of the news. There's just a little bit to get into. I'm going to keep this nice and short because, as I say, I've got a Newcastle preview to do. But please do smash that thumbs up button on the video, everybody. Leave a little like on it. Give it a share on social media if you can. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe as well. But let's have a look then. Rashford has urged Manchester United to channel the club's traditions of overcoming adversity as they look to bounce back from their Tottenham horror show. United suffered our joint heaviest home defeat before the international break as Spurs inflicted a humiliating 6-1 defeat on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side. It left United floundering 2 places above the relegation zone, and after 2 defeats from their 3 opening Premier League games, we've got a trip to Newcastle on Sunday, which is obviously massively important. This is what Rashford said. He said, this is the opportunity to bounce back. Newcastle is a big game. And do you know what? Why am I reading this now? I'll read this in the next one. We're doing a Newcastle preview in a minute. But I just wanted to I was going to talk about this. It's the opportunity to bounce back. Newcastle's a big game anyway, but this is an even bigger game because of the last result. When you lose a game, you want another one as soon as possible. You want to get that winning feeling back among the squad. Not only do we want to win, we want to win in a way that we can be proud of. We want to work hard, not only for ourselves, but for the guy on our left and right, and do it as a team. We want to get 3 points together and then move on to the next game. That's the way it's got to be. That's the way, we like it. That's the way. Come on then, Rashford, son. Get a hat-trick, lad. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I don't know why I read that. It's just I should have read that out in the Newcastle preview. But either way, also love a little bit of news, guys. Local club news here. Manchester United youngsters Jacob Carney and Max Haygarth have left the club on loan following Deschamps Bernard out the exit door on domestic deadline day. So obviously it's domestic deadline day today. There's no talks of any players potentially coming to United. That's why I'm not talking about any transfers or anything, because it just doesn't look like United are interested in bringing any players in, domestic deadline day. Whereas there are actually a couple of players that are looking likely that they might come in. I think Spurs. Spurs have completed the signing of Swansea's defender Joe Rodon. So Joe Rodon, Spurs have swooped on a new defender there. They signed Joe Rodon in a deal worth an initial £11 million, rising to 15. 22-year-old Wales international impressed Steve Cooper Swansea side in the Championship. He's now completed his move to North London. So Spurs adding some more players to our ranks. I personally think we should have done that. We should have definitely done that. Also, West Ham signed Ben Rama on loan from Brentford. That's quite interesting. West Ham have completed the signing of Said Ben Rama on a season-long loan from Brentford. Very interesting there, my friends. Very interesting. Man United, on the other hand, happy to just do whatever the hell we want. Also, I have to... Oh, no, we've talked about Rashford getting an MBE. Don't worry. It feels like I've been ages since I've done a video. Anyway, I'll just read a few of your comments out then, you Buddy Blunch and legends. So get in here quickly with your comments. I'll stick around for another 10 minutes or something like that and read a bunch of your comments out. Thank you to you all for stopping by and getting in. Another super chat here from Pete Ross. Thank you so much, Pete Ross, for that super chat, dude. Appreciate that one, man. No message to go with it, but massive shout out to you, Pete. Peter Comedy says, what did I miss? So all it is that Manchester United have announced that Paul Pogba has, we've extended the contract of Paul Pogba at United until June 2022. So it's not a new contract, it's just a clause that we had in the previous contract where we had the option to extend his current deal for another year. So we've taken that option. It basically gives United another year to be able to sell him for decent money. That's why we've done it, in my opinion. I'd be very surprised if United actually do go and offer Paul Pogba a completely new contract. I just don't see that being the case. I think it's much more likely that Paul Pogba has this situation where he's just trying to find a new club either in January or probably at the end of the season, to be fair, and then we're going to sell him and we're going to cash him. We're going to get 60 million pounds, somewhere around that. Sickle Me says Giggs recommended that Joe Rogan guy a few months ago. He must know him through the Wales team. Yeah, fair play. There you go. Yeah, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, that's so funny, man. Yeah. Hey, what's happening, freak bitches? Jargon Westbill, I'm good. Burberspin9 says, smash a like and subscribe. Thank you, Burberspin9. The Big Fish says, I heard Romero wants to rip his contract up and leave without a payoff. I feel sorry for the guy. Dude, it's disgusting behaviour of... You know, it really is when you think about what a good servant Romero was to us. I think it is pretty disgusting we didn't let him go. And it's understood there was an offer. There was a decent offer, but we wanted to hold out for a bit more money. I think there was $2 million and full wages on the table, which, you know, to let him go, to do the right thing for the player, to let him go at that stage when we've got Dean Henderson and etc. It's not terrible, really. I mean, he's on big money, so to get him, you know, we wanted $8 million, though. It's just, we're dicks, guys. We're dicks in the transfer market. Woodward and Co. They're dicks. We've done Romero completely dirty there. He's been a great servant to us. I agree. We should have let him go. Should have let him go, sold him to whoever he wants to bloody go for zero, in my opinion. Sickle Me comments, Gigs recommend... Oh, yeah, Joe Rogan. Wiggy says... Wiggy, how you doing there, Wiggy? Great to have you on board tonight, matey. Where are you, Wiggy? Sorry, I've lost your comment now. Where is your comment? Ah, Wiggy. Thank you, Wiggy. He comments, Hi, how's it going, Pig? Hope you are good. Watching from work. Thank God it's Friday. Any FIFA tonight? Yes, my friend. There will be FIFA later on the channel. Around about 11:30, midnight, somewhere around there. I've also got to do a Newcastle preview. That's going to be coming about 9:30. So I'll set that up after this video is finished. So please do come back on the channel later at 9:30. And also, we're going to do a FIFA video around about 11:30 or 12 p.m, somewhere around that. I'm probably going to do career mode. I know some people want me to do Ultimate Team. You can watch the last episode of Ultimate Team, but most people voted for career mode on my poll that I held yesterday. So thank you for everyone for voting. Palmaria says, yes, Pig. Sickle Me says, Gigs... Oh, sorry. Why do I keep reading that comment out? It's funny. That's why. Kirsten Gray says, we put a £70 million bid on Varane. Ooh. Who did? Me and you on the game, you mean? Or United in real life? That doesn't sound right. Giantabora says, tomorrow's match is make or break for Ollie Pig. Yeah, it is, Giantabora. Thank you for commenting and being a channel member legend as well. I agree with you, Gianta. Look, if we can't beat Newcastle in tomorrow's game, then we are screwed. Because think about the next fixtures we have coming up. I mean, I've forgotten off the top of my head, but isn't it like Chelsea, Spurs, there's some field fixtures. Let me just have a look at... I'm literally melting with my memory at the moment. So, yeah, let me just check and see what Manchester United's fixtures are. But I'm pretty sure we've got some horrible fixtures coming up. Like some really dirty fixtures. Just nasty, nasty fixtures coming up. So let's just have a little look and see what those fixtures are. Manchester United, we are struggling at the moment. We're desperate for wins. Hey, what's this? Man United defender Bernard joined Salford as well. Check that out. We're helping Paul Scholes out a little bit there. We knew that anyway, actually. Sorry, Deshaun Bernard, Manchester United defender. Also, two other lone young players going out. Max Haygarth and also Jacob Carney have gone out on loan as well. We've triggered that Pogba extension. Maguire will bounce back, says Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We've already sort of covered that. Look, he probably will, but I think he should actually be given a rest at the moment. We'll talk about that later in the preview. Scores and fixtures. Here we go. So Manchester United's next games, we've got Newcastle United, which we have to win. You can't not get the 3 points from that game when you got the fixtures we've got coming up. Then on the 20th of October, we play Paris Saint-Germain. Then on the 24th of October, we play Chelsea. Then on the 28th of October, we play RB Leipzig in the Champions League. Then we get into November. We start off November on the 1st of November playing Arsenal. Then we play our away to Istanbul Başakşehir over in Turkey. Ridiculously tough game. Then on the November the 7th, we got Everton away. Then on the 21st of November, we have West Brom. And, but up until that Everton game, so up until the Everton game, from now until the 7th of November, we've got in the league, forget the Champions League games, which are going to be filthily difficult in themselves because they're just tough games, all of them. We've got to play Leipzig, Istanbul, Başakşehir, and also PSG in that time. But just think about the league games, Arsenal, Everton, and Chelsea after this Newcastle game. Bloody hell. We'll have to see what happens. I mean, look, how many points are we getting from that? I'm thinking we're going to get 6 points, actually. I changed my mind. From up to the Everton game, so those four games, Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton, possible 12 points. I say we get 6. I say we lose 2 and win 2. That's what I'm going for. What do you guys think on that one? Get your points predictions in. The True Red Devil says, hey man, you good? I'm good, thank you, the True Red Devil. How are you? Discarded Aren't, what's going on? Discarded Aren't, great to see you. Guru Buddy says we would have been better having Brucey for manager. No, Brucey would have faced the same issues that we've got with our current owners and Glazers and those twats. Michael Fletcher says squad battles. Yeah, I have to get on that. Dude. Sam Axelson says just got off work. How's it going, Pig? Sam Axelson, mate, it's going good. Thank you very much for asking, dude. I hope you're doing well. Nice that you've got off work. Hope you have a good evening, matey. Come back if you're free later, by the way. We're doing a Newcastle preview in a bit, and then also we're going to be talking about doing the FIFA video. Career mode, please, says Kelsey Pouch. Yep, we're going to be bringing the career mode back. That's for sure. Freshy96, hello to you, mate. He says, have a great stream, bud. Thank you so much, Freshy96. Top lad, appreciate that, dude. Berberspin says, I'm 1,000,000% Ollie in, but I can't see him making Christmas. Tough games coming up. Look, we'll see. I mean, this, like we talked about, maybe the Newcastle game won't be make or break, but I certainly think that this period up until November is going to be make or break for Ollie. Because if he loses all those games, he's probably going to get sacked, as sad as it is. But if he surprises a few people, let's say we just get remember last season he did the treble over Fat Frank. Remember he bested Tottenham, he bested Pep. He did well in the big games. If he could surprise a few people, this is make time for Ollie too. Like, if he can actually win those games or get, say, 9 points out of those 12 games, I think every fan would be, like, on board then again. And I know that me, you, most of us, we're not fickle like that, but a lot of fans are fickle. If he got 9 points out the next 12, I think most people would get off Ollie for the time being. Yeah, PSG, says Michael Fletcher, very, very tough. Discarded Aunt comments. Where's your comment gone? Sorry. Shit, where's your comment gone, Discarded Aunt? Oh, Ollie to get the sack if we don't win tomorrow, Pig? I don't think so. I don't think even if we don't win tomorrow, we get the sack. I will do that in a little bit. Pralada Prem Das for the preview for the Newcastle game. Kelly passes, Pig, what's your prediction for tomorrow night's game? I'll be back at 9:30, lads and lasses, on this channel for a wee preview of the game. So come back tonight at 9:30, and we're going to preview the Newcastle game. Andrew Cos says, all things considered, I'd be happy if we got a win and a few draws out of these next games. Yes, you're right. Roy Barraza says, back after some time. Good to see you, Pig. Thank you, Roy, for getting in here, dude. Callum Chapman says, hi, Pig, mate. How you doing, Callum? Roddy says, Pepe will tear you apart. Again, definitely not. Pepe's actually shit. Okay, we made him look good the other day, but I'm sorry, I don't get that whole hype about Pepe. I reckon he's actually bang average. Brandon C says, Pig, I'm a Geordie, but I support Man United. Well, why are you then, man? That is absolutely freaking cushy, my friend. Actually, they don't say that at all. What am I about? Cindy Britt says, hello, Pig. How's it going, Pig, from South Africa? Thank you for joining me, Cindy Britt. It's great to have you watching the video. Sickle Me says, hard games coming up, and there was talks of Bruno maybe missing the next 4 games as Ronaldo has corona. Bruno might have to isolate or might get... Yeah, that's what we heard about that. I don't know the legitimacy of that at the moment. We know he's been tested and we know he doesn't have COVID. So I don't know the legitimacy of that. There are some reports to say that that's the case. Hey, there's over 200 of you watching right now, guys. Please do us a massive favour if you have not done so. And smash the thumbs up on the video. Give it a cheeky little like if you have not done so already. That will boost this stream up, boost the channel up, and help us out. Appreciate it. The old Spunker says, next few games will define our season and determine the fate of Ollie. Totally agree. It's make or break up until now and November, really. Like with those next 4 league games, really, that's make or break for Ollie. We have Arsenal, we have Everton, we have Chelsea, we have Newcastle. If he gets 6 or 9 points out of that, maybe he'll be okay. But if he doesn't get at least 6 points from that, I'd imagine that the fans and everything and the pressure from the board and everything's going to get too much and it's going to be a nightmare. So I agree. It's very defined. It's a very defining period right now. Hey, the Dugout Football Channel says Paul Pogba new deal could be that he leaves next summer. Yes, absolutely, Dugout. That's what it is, really. I think they've offered Paul Pogba a new contract here. Not a new contract, sorry. They've extended the contract just so they don't lose their asset at the end of the summer this season for nothing. Because that's what would happen if Paul Pogba didn't sign a new contract at United, or we didn't trigger this contract extension, is he would be able to sign pre-contract terms this January and leave in the summer. Sorry. It would be next January. This January he'd be allowed to sign pre-contract terms with another team and join them in the summer. Whereas now, obviously, we've extended the contract until June 2022, so he wouldn't be able to do that until Jan 2022 now. United could offer him a new contract in that time, but the most realistic in my mind is just we've extended it so we don't lose out our asset and lose all that money that we've got tied up in Paul Pogba. So for me, this is just simply a move to protect our asset from going for nothing here, because he could quite easily go for nothing. Jake Harris says, where is the fox tonight, pig? I don't even get, what does that mean? Oh, you mean the missus? Do you mean my missus? Oh, she's not here at the moment, dude. The true, the fox. Fair play, no, that's, I would take that. The pig and the fox. Who's going to play striker, says that true Red Devil's. Probably Tony Martial, isn't it? But look, who knows about Cavani? I don't know, actually. It's a very good question. Maybe you'll see Martial put wide a little bit here. Vincent Bullock says, come on, a Brum Vision MUFC to win 3-1. Get in there, Vincent Bullock. Gunshi says, imagine if Pogba saved Ollie's bacon. Yeah, imagine if he also sizzled his bacon. Or imagine if he burnt his bacon, though. You know what I mean? I don't think he should be played, guys. I think we should play Donny. He shouldn't even start the game. Andrew Cos says, United never used to start playing better until after Christmas. Fergie used to joke about it. It's a fair point. Fair point. Kelsey Bell says, we must win all our games. If we don't, Ollie's going to get sacked. I don't know if we've got to win all those games. I think we've got to win 2 or 3 out of the next 4 league games. You have to remember that they're difficult games, man. They're really difficult games. Everton away at the moment as well. Even that one's really filthy difficult. After 30 years, Scouser stole our title, says Sir Fergie was right about Pogba. I tend to agree. Are you serious, Kirsty Gray? She just packed 95 Pele. Get in there. That's an absolute pull and a half. Oh, my goodness. Well done, Kirsty Gray. That is sick. Giant Boris says, wonder who will Ollie play against Neymar and Mbappe, etc. Maguire, Lindelof by, I can see a cricket store. I agree, man. If you play Maguire and Lindelof especially, crikey, I think it's going to be terrible. Burbisman says, pig in the fox show. Pig in the fox show. Pig in the fox show. Marek Karolchuk says, Pellistri and Traore to become world stars at United, but we need to give them time and not pressure them. But at least football's back after that. Yeah, so true. So happy the international break's over, Marek. Absolutely gastastic, wasn't it? And yeah, you're right. Hopefully these guys, Traore looks amazing. Pellistri looks really good. Let's just see if that happens. Nice one, Robert Zerzies. Guru Buddy says, who's playing the back four? Okay, to be fair, I'm going to save all that for the Newcastle preview. We're going to do that at 9:30, guys. So after I've got off this one, I'm going to jump right back on. Well, not right back on, but at 9:30, I'm going to jump on with a Newcastle preview. So please do set a reminder. Come back and watch that one. Arjun Namber says, send your FIFA 21 squad list to Ollie. He may think of signing the players you have. Yeah, chance would be a fine thing. Unfortunately, we don't have Don Pigliani in the club. If Manchester United had a real life Don Pigliani, then Eddie Woody Woodward would be mashed potato by now, my friends. Marcio got a red card, says Lousley. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that. You're so right, Lousley. Yeah, thank you for reminding me, dude. You see, this is why I said I'm going to talk about the Newcastle preview in a minute, because I'd have remembered that then. You know what I mean? But right now, I forgot that Martial did indeed get sent off in the last game against Spurs. So you're right, he's going to be suspended. So it's going to be Cavani up top for sure, yeah. Kyle says, bacon and egg show. Old Spokesaw, thank you. Bacon buddies all round. Debbie Oda says, Pig, what are you going to be for Halloween? I'm going as David Moyes. It just involves putting a pumpkin on my head and then talking in a Scottish accent like my name's David Moisey. That's right, I'm going as a ginger pumpkin Moisey, my friends. No, I'm not going as anything. Phil Mike says we're going to lose a valuable asset in Pogba due to woeful mismanagement for a second time. Even if we get a fee, it's going to be an L. His value has plummeted. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Phil. He's not got long left on the contract. The current world climate as well. Valuation's gone down. But I say we still cash in and put the money towards another player who might be better. Akimbo26, hello. How you doing, Akimbo26? He says, good day, my people. What's going on? She says, Cavani can't play, can he? Yeah, Cavani. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. I remembered that again now. You see, I've got a bad memory, guys. And you see, when I've got my brain focused in on one thing, like the Paul Pogba thing, everything else just goes out the window sometimes. You're absolutely right, though. He can't play. So we're going to see probably what's going to happen up top there. This is why I wanted to talk about the Newcastle game in the Newcastle preview shortly. Okay, then, guys. So do you know what? We're probably going to wrap this one up now then. But really, just thank you so much for getting in, everybody. Kirsten Gray, and now I packed Ruud van Nistelrooy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, proper luck. Vinny says no Cavani, he is in isolation. Why am I packed so crap? LA Brit says Rodon is a really good centre-back. Fook the Glazers. Yeah, good shout, good shout. 92 version. Akimbo26 says dress as a totem pole for Halloween. Gungshi says Greenwood maybe, absolutely. We'll get into that in the preview. Let's see what everyone thinks in the preview in a little bit. Star Wars Gamer says, hey man, good to see you again. Good to see you too, Star Wars Gamer. Thanks for getting in here. Andrikos says, our defence has lost so much value. It's not just Maguire. Take it easy, pig. Thank you so much, Andrikos. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, fair enough. You know, Lindelof's shite. Bailey's looked shite. Everyone's looked shite, guys. That's how it is. That United family, thank you so much. This beast video me. A beast. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, congrats on hitting 2.5K, by the way. I saw that. You bloody bunch of legends. Thank you so much to that United family and being channel members here as well. Supporting the pig, doing the piggy things. So thank you so much for that, guys. Gianta Boris says, see you, pig. Need to log in back. Nice one, Gianta. Have a great one. John Anderson. Jay the Madhead as well. What's going on, Jay? Says, hey, mate, I hope you remember me. How can I forget you, Jay the Madhead, mate? You're mad in the head. How could I forget? Vincent Bullock, Kasiri, you what? How you doing, Kasiri? Richie Amiri says, where were you last night? I know, I had to rest up, mate. My vocals were mashed. I literally couldn't speak. Marek Karolchik says, hey, Mr. Flying Pig, why is it that Pogba turns up for France and plays killer pass for France winner against Croatia, yet for Ollie he doesn't deliver? It's because he's an absolute melter. He can only play in a blue shirt or a black and white striped shirt. Stick him in a red shirt and his cojones shrivel up. That's what it is right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. He doesn't, I don't know what it is. It's so annoying. I'd love to give you an explanation. I'm sure he cares about United. Maybe he doesn't care about United as much as France, but I'm sure he does care about United. He looked disappointed when he's been brought off the previous games when he's played shy, you know? So I can only assume that he wants to play well for United. He's just mentally not there for us, unfortunately, at the moment. Jay the Madhead, did you do the Silver SPC? I haven't done it yet, actually, Jay. I've just been melted, dude, but I should do that. Gunshi says, cheers, lads and lasses. See you on the next one. Thank you so much, Gunshi. Yeah, come back at 9:30, everyone. I am going to leave this video here. Palmerius, Viable Solutions, James Barring, Buster Bait, Kasiri, everyone else, Casing. Thank you so much for getting in here tonight and tuning in for the stream. Please do us a massive favour before you go and smash that like button on the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Come back at 9:30. We'll be doing a Newcastle preview for the game tomorrow. We'll also be doing a FIFA career mode episode later on around about midnight. So we've got a jam-packed evening, everyone on the channel. Get involved. Hopefully my voice holds out. I'm going to keep the career mode shorter tonight. I'm definitely not doing 7 hours. We've got the Man United game tomorrow. I don't want to have a mashed up throat for the Man United game tomorrow. That would suck. So we'll try and get our rest in. It'll be a good, we'll do a proper show tonight, though. Come back, watch the video at midnight. It will be the career mode episode. And also 9:30 for the Newcastle preview. Right, we're going to leave it there, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow the social media. Mr. Flying Pig HD on Twitter. Also, Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, and also the channel page on Twitter. And you can check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. All right then, guys. Nice one, Jay the Madhead. See you at 9:30. Nice one, True Red Devil. Nice one, every single one of you guys. Kirsten, the Big Fish, Ellie, Jake Harold, Viable Solutions. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. I'll see you soon then. Like, subscribe, comment. Come back in a few minutes once this video is finished and have your say on the Paul Pogba contract situation. You know, what do you think about this contract extension? What do you think this means for his future? Do you think United should offer him a proper new contract to keep him here till he retires? Do you think we should look to cash in? How much do you think we should be looking to get for him? Who do you think we should be selling him to? Etc, etc. Come back and let me know your thoughts. Viking Red, Kasiri, Ellie, Alok Ops, Aiden Knox, everyone else. Thanks for watching. This is The Pig. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Have a good one. And come on, United. Yeah, nice one, lads and lasses. Thank you for watching this stream tonight. Crikey, is that how long we've done? Nearly an hour and a half. That's actually ridiculous. I was meaning to do a much shorter vid. Once I get on here, it's difficult to stop talking, guys. It really is. Honestly, I was aiming to do no more than an hour. I was going to do about 50 minutes to an hour. Bloody ridiculous. Because I've got this Newcastle preview to do in a bit, and also the FIFA. So, you know. Thank you, Viking. Thank you, Viable Solutions. Everyone else as well. Ellie, have a great one. These are the Patreon credits. Just to say thank you to all the people that support this channel, either on Patreon or by being a Tier 2 channel member and above. They all appear on this list. Massive shout out to all the channel members, obviously, but have to be a little bit exclusive here. So please do us a favour as well. And the best thing you can do to support this show is just by liking the videos and sharing them and that kind of thing. So not everyone can be a channel member. I completely understand that. The pig views everybody who watches this channel as a bunch of legends. So there you go, just so you know. But special thank you to these folks, obviously. Okay then, everyone, have a great evening. See you later for the Newcastle preview. 9:30 we'll be getting going on that one. So set a reminder, come back. Ryan, Vincent, Kirsten, Gungshi, Viking, Ellie, J Anta, everyone, stay classy. This is the Pig. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.